What is going on, you guys? It's Will here. Pretty special review today. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Mattel Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. This is the Indoraptor. Now, the Indoraptor here is going to be our new dinosaur antagonist for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And I have to say, I can't wait to see this thing in action. I'm really loving the design for the Indoraptor. I love it much more than the design for the Indominus Rex. And basically what the Indoraptor is, it is just essentially a smaller version of the Indominus Rex. You know, the reason why the Indominus Rex was so big and large was because its base geno was of that of a T-Rex. Whereas with the Indoraptor, they pretty much ditched the entire T-Rex aspect and began focusing more on the Raptor aspect of it. And honestly, I think that's a lot more scarier. Yes, I think the Raptor part is more scary than the T-Rex part, because let's think about it. Whenever we had like a large beast, the T-Rex, the Spinosaurus, or even the Indominus Rex, whenever one of those big, large predators was chasing the humans, they could simply avoid it just by going into a spot where the large beast couldn't get into or couldn't fit. With a Velociraptor or with the Indoraptor here, I don't see that happening, because Velociraptors, they are around the size of humans, maybe just a little bit larger, so basically they can get into wherever a human can get into. So with the Indoraptor here, yeah, I'm expecting this thing to do a lot of damage, cause a lot of hell for humans. I'm expecting this thing to do a lot in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, because it's going to be a lot more scarier, because we see this thing enter the little girl's bedroom in the trailer. I'm excited to see this thing in action. Having a creature that can do all the crazy things that the Indominus Rex could, be that dangerous, but be a fraction of its size to where it can pursue humans. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty awesome. So that's the main difference between the Indoraptor and the Indominus Rex. The big one is the size. The next one is actually the coloration. As you can see, the Indoraptor here has a much darker coloration. The Indominus Rex was more of like a grayish white color. It was very like albino. But the Indoraptor is like the complete opposite. As you see, it has like this dark black coloration with this gold stripe going down its body. Now I'm assuming that it got this whole stripe thing because it has Velociraptor DNA, and because Blue is the only raptor left. I'm assuming this thing has her DNA. So, but yeah, the gold stripe I'm really digging. It's a good contrast from the dark coloration of its body. So yeah, and look at the face. The face is just scary looking. Has the evil red eyes. Now, I think this thing has red eyes in the movie. But seriously, this thing just looks so evil looking, which is awesome. Yeah, the Indoraptor definitely has a much cooler. The Indoraptor's design, it's a lot cooler than the Indominus Rex. That's just my personal opinion. I think it beats it hands down. So guys, this particular toy, this particular figure of the Indoraptor, this is apparently the spring edition. There's gonna be a fall edition that got shown in the New York Toy Fair video, and apparently that one, the fall edition, is gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna have electronics, gonna have light up eyes, and I believe it has electronics, light up eyes, and it's gonna have some sort of like thrashing action, kind of like the thrash and throw T-Rex, but I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. But this is apparently the spring edition, and this is the superposable edition. In that video, it was said that this thing has like 17 points of articulation. I haven't personally counted the articulation, but there is a lot, which is a really, really cool thing. This is what differentiates this figure from the rest of the Mattel toy line. It has so much articulation, which is pretty nice. So, starting at the hope, let's use that to jump into the articulation. Now, starting with the tail. Now, when you buy this figure in the box, the top part of the tail will be unattached, so you gotta attach that in. So, starting with the tip of the tail, this part can go back and forth, can go up and down a little bit. The base of the tail, back and forth and up and down. Moving on to the legs can kind of come out a little bit from the hip. A bend at the knee. There is a pivot joint here at the ankle. You can also swivel around. Very nice. This leg obviously can do the same thing. The arms can come up and down. They also can go in and out. Very nice. bend in the elbow as well as bend in the wrist, which I like the idea of having the bend at the wrist. You can really help it, with the balancing and stuff like that. And now moving on to the head. Now, there's one thing that disappoints me about the head articulation, and we'll get to that. So this is from the neck, it can go up and down as well as side to side. There's not really any articulation in the head. It can turn side to side. But one thing that really disappoints me about this figure is I wish the head was on a ball joint. Here, let me show you. So right here we have Blue. We have the battle damaged Blue. And her head is on a ball joint. You can look pretty much in any direction that she wants. I really wish that the Indoraptor had this articulation. It would have helped the figure a lot more in my opinion. But it doesn't say that the figure is bad. Oh yeah, and the mouth can open and close. Nice touch, I may add. So yeah, you guys, this figure incredibly posable, which is real nice. So if you guys want to make some like stop motion films, if you want to make your own fan films, the Indoraptor can definitely pull it off with all its articulation. The only problem I have with this figure having so much articulation is that it's hard to get it in a position where it can stand. It's very hard. Like a lot of the times where I have this on my shelf, it's always like leaning like that because I can never get it to stand because of all of its articulation. I'm gonna try to see if I can get it standing again. I may have to cut this video. Alright, yeah, we're gonna have to cut it. Alright, so that's the best that we're gonna have to do, trying to get this thing to stand. I fiddled with it for like the past 10 minutes, so that's the best that we're gonna do. This is pretty much how I have it displayed on my shelves. It's with its claw, having to balance it. Like I said, good articulation, but it's a pain to stand. So moving on to a size comparison, I pulled Blue out earlier, so let's pull her out again. And honestly, I don't know if this is accurate, because we honestly don't know how much bigger the Indoraptor is going to be from a regular Velociraptor. We saw the one scene in the trailer where Blue was attacking the Indoraptor, jumping on it, causing it to fall back. But we honestly won't know until, when the movie comes out. But I mean, it looks, it looks decent. It looks pretty good. So let's pull out a classic, the Kenner Velociraptor, which this I actually think may be a little bit more doable. This looks, yeah, that looks like a better fight than the Blue figure I just showed off. Yeah, that looks much better. Now real quick, I'm pretty sure the Indoraptor is going to be interacting with a lot of humans. So let's pull out a kind of human-esque figure that I have. Master Chief from the Halo universe, and that actually looks pretty good. I actually really like how the scaling looks. In the trailer, we saw that scene where the Indoraptor comes out of nowhere, kills the guy, and just, yeah. So this looks I actually like how this looks. This looks pretty good. Trying to recreate that shot of the mouth. And so yeah, it's Master Chief. I have plans for Master Chief for a future review, don't worry. Now one thing that really, that I didn't expect when I saw this figure in person, it's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. For perspective, here's a 6-inch Godzilla figure. Yeah, this thing's actually pretty, it's a lot larger than you think it would be. Like, it's almost the exact same size as the Chomp and T-Rex. Like, they're really close in size. Now, I don't know. Now, obviously, this is not how it's going to be in the movie, because this thing's supposed to be the size of a raptor, maybe a little bit bigger, so it shouldn't be this big compared to a T-Rex. So, let's pull out the big guns. Oh yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. And there are the big guns. Here we have the super colossal T-Rex next to the Indoraptor, and I actually really like how this looks. This actually could be pretty accurate. Yeah, that looks actually pretty doable. I don't know if it's size accurate or not, because we haven't seen the movie yet, but that looks, I like how this looks. That's actually a pretty badass shot right there. Guys, screenshot this right now. But anyways, guys, this has been the review for the Indoraptor. I know a lot of people were asking me to review this one, and I was really excited to. There's so much I had to say. You know, I love this figure. I know I get annoyed with the amount of articulation this figure has, because it makes it a pain in the ass trying to get this bitch to stand. But I think, you know, all the incredible detail, the paint job, I think all that makes up for it. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is, if you're going to get this figure, you guys, try to get it in stores. Don't go online to buy this figure, because you're going to get screwed over with the prices. This figure, and pretty much everything in the Mattel Jurassic World toy line, is ridiculously overpriced online. Like, seriously, this Indoraptor on Amazon is like $40 to $45. Whereas in the stores, it's only $19.99. I went to 3 different Walmarts. Yes, I did some hunting. And this thing cost me $19.99, came out to like $20 with tax, and that's a much better deal, because I don't think it's worth like more than $25. It's not worth more than that. So don't pay like $40, $45, $50 for this figure. It's not worth it at all. You know, try to hunt in the stores, try to get it for like 20 bucks, you know, that's a real good deal. But yeah, alright you guys, that's pretty much all I have to say on the Indoraptor. This figure is getting a perfect score from me. You know, despite the balance issues this thing has, you know, it's incredibly nicely done figure. I love all the details it have. I love the paint job. You know, it's just, you know, really nicely done. I love how this figure differentiates itself from the rest of the line. I mean, look, the box. It comes in a blue background box, not instead of the bright orange volcano bursting box. But yeah, you guys. So this has been the review for the Indoraptor. This thing's getting a 10 out of 10 from me. Incredibly done. I can't wait to see this thing in action in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. If J.A. Bayona is directing this movie, I want the Indoraptor to scare the shit out of me. I want this thing to make me jump. So alright guys, I'll see you in the next Jurassic Park review. And hey, I can't wait for June 22nd.